Hi, Davi here, and today we have a new episode in the art session series. And today we're gonna do a voiceover of this sketch I did, which is it's actually quite different because it's not a painting, it's a drawing. I try to avoid drawings only because I tend to suck at it, and it's kind of I don't know. I just have trouble with it. Sometimes I can do it with ease, but sometimes I struggle. And yeah, let me just drink some coffee. Here's my advice, quick advice before I go on a total rant. For those of you who like painting more, or you're just more comfortable with painting and you're not really like a line art kind of person or artist, think of things this way. Wait, how did I say it? Because I have it in my notes somewhere. Mindset for drawing as a painter. So if you classify, or if you just know the way you approach art, like you feel like you're more of a painter than say a draftsman or a drawer, right? Basically a person or artist who likes using lines more. Think of painting the contours. I know that sounds so simple, but think of painting the contours. Like you're only painting the contours. You're not allowed to paint, because I know you're tempted to like paint the shadows or some kind of highlights. Simply like basically paint how you would normally paint, but only paint. And then maybe I should write that down or make that adjustment in my notes. Only paint the contours, and that's it. That's your limit. And when you think about things that way, it's gonna make drawing a lot easier. Because I think you're tempted to do like super smooth lines, right? And you want to get it right sort of the first time, but you're not doing it like a painter, right? Like you're sort of denying your natural inclination. If you're someone who's not really like a painter and you're just good in drawing, then great for you or good for you. But if you're someone who's like me and you're kind of like you like painting more, or maybe you used to draw but you just sort of got more comfortable with painting, I think this is a good mindset to have. Simply paint the lines or paint the contours, and if you just limit yourself to that, you will create something that's kind of cool. I mean, you can see me here erase. You can see me, which I usually don't do when I paint. I just paint over, so that's sort of a new thing for me to get used to, learning how to hit the E in my keyboard to actually hit the eraser, or have the eraser sort of come up. But I also do other things when I paint. For example, when I paint, I use the lasso selection tool to move things around if I have to. I'll do the same thing here. You know, if the lines don't seem to work in this area, I'll just quickly move it. I haven't used the liquify, but you can use the liquify if you want to. So I think with this approach, when you're trying to, I think I like this way of drawing where I don't try to get it right the first time, because I think people like, it's not just Kim Jong-gi, but there are plenty of artists who they have an elegant way of drawing, right? But I'm just not that guy. And maybe this is just how I work. And I was actually very happy with this piece because I was pushing the proportions a bit. I was trying to figure things out. You can tell I was kind of struggling in some parts, but eventually I was able to solve my problems to the point where I'm somewhat satisfied with what I've drawn. Is it perfect? No, but it sort of showed me that I can draw, and you can draw as well if you just draw your own way. You can draw if you draw your own way. If you try to draw like someone else, it's over, quit now. But if you just keep drawing, eventually you will find the way. And I think I'm trying to figure that you will see that when you spend enough time doing longer sessions, because the more time you spend drawing, the more drawings you will have, which means you get to see what works for you, what doesn't work for you. So even if the sketch doesn't seem good, it's actually a benefit because you're seeing what does not work. For example, right now, in this like phase of the sketch, the body wasn't really working for me. But like I felt somewhat lost and kind of frustrated. But once I just got comfortable with erasing and just painting those contour lines, for example, I changed like where the crotch was by erasing and just painting new lines on top of, or to replace them. lowering the hips a bit to make it sort of match the crotch, and suggesting a bit of a behind, right, in the back. And even the way the knees were drawn, I was actually kind of impressed with the way, even adjusting like that side, or that right hand side of the breast, right? Well, now the left hand side. Like I was able to see like the perspective sort of thing that I had to adjust. So like, if you just give yourself enough time, you would eventually figure something out. And it's gonna be easier to push things if you just allow yourself enough time to do it. I think all in all, this whole sketch took me about 10 minutes. And because you go to Pinterest, you go to Twitter, and you see how other artists draw, and it seems like they did it in one go, and maybe a good portion of them do it that way. But if you can't do it that way, then don't try to beat them, because you will never beat them. Maybe over time with practice, but do art the way you can do it right now. Ooh, knowledge. Yeah. Do art the way you can do it right now. Don't wait to be like a pro. Don't wait to be like Sakimi-chan, right? Before you can start making artwork. Do the kind of art you can do right now. And for me, this is what I can do. And I'm happy. Because I'm happy. Anyway. Right? And it's also, when you do these types of like drawings, it's kind of a reflection too of your knowledge, right? Like it shows you what you know, what you don't know. Now you can see it as like a bad thing, meaning like everything is reminding me of how sucky I am. I mean you can think of it that way, or you can think of it as I now have a list of things which I can search and improve upon, which I can practice to get better at, right? It's better to, like, you want to learn how to reframe things. Now, to be honest, if you have if you have like a huge list of things that you have to fix, it's gonna be demotivating. So for me, yeah, I have some like things here that I could improve, but most of it is like not that bad. But then again, because I'm already experienced, like I've seen enough artwork and I've drawn. I don't even feel like I've drawn enough, but I've drawn definitely way more than say a pure amateur. So yeah. Now for this figure, she's kind of thick. Oh, the face kind of reminds me of like a Loomis girl. Like just search for Andrew Loomis. Like the way the faces were drawn, kind of classical, very proportionate. I do like it, but I don't draw like Loomis. But maybe because I've seen enough of their drawings, the way the proportions kind of subconsciously sort of come out of me because I've seen those. Oh, by the way, I'm using a pencil that's kind of, it reminds me a lot of George Bridgman. If you look at the books he has, it kind of has this super rough texture, which I think helps me draw. Not to like, milk my own brushes here, but I do like it. It just feels like very natural to me. 3 versions, by the way, which is on Patreon. I will be updating this for those of you who bought my brush pack. It's gonna be updated. I'm just gonna dump it in for this month. And I think I'm gonna change the way I do the updates. Instead of updating every single brush, because I used to do that, and I think that's why it takes so long to update. I think I'll just, if I make a new brush, or if I make a new update of any brush, I'll immediately like post it or upload it to the month of that update, and that's it. So if you want to look for the older brushes, you have to like go back. I think that's the most practical thing I could do. And it's much more realistic, and I can actually be consistent at it. So, or you could just go to Patreon because it's right there, right? Look at that. Now, obviously, I did not draw the sensitive parts, only because we're on YouTube. And I'm actually kind of mad because a lot of my drawings don't end up like this. Well, that's not true, but I felt like this should have been on like Patreon. But yeah, the point is, I was just surprised that I could actually draw if I just allow myself to push on, allow myself to erase. I do erase quite a bit, and allow myself to be messy. Kind of right now, you can see me being messy in the beginning. Just it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be there, and then once it's there, then you can start erasing things, editing things, adjusting things, and then from there you can like polish things. Let me look at that. I'm still trying to draw because I do like anime, but I also like the proportions of it. I also like a standard like Western types of drawings, like just in comics, like the mature looking comics. I think DC, Marvel, even like the illustrations from the golden age, right? Again, think of Andrew Loomis, Lion Decker, those types. Before the camera was a thing used for advertisements, like the way the figures were drawn, very attractive people, both men and women. Like everyone's a Chad and a Stacy. Like that's the world I want to be in. Given that I'm also a Chad. Cope. We can dream. At least we can draw ourselves being like a Chad or a Stacy in our little worlds. But do you see how there is some anatomical detail here? I'm actually surprised that I can like wing it a bit. I mean, it's not perfect. Sure, could I be better? Yes, but as a sketch, it's not that bad. It's not that freaking bad. You know what? Anyway, I think I'll end the episode here because I think I've rambled quite a bit. But yeah, I do recommend drawing. Try drawing, and if you're struggling with drawing, just think of only painting the contours. And when you think of line art or line work that way, I think it's gonna be much easier, right? So, yeah. Hopefully this episode helps in some way, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.